If you've been around this channel for any length of time, there are probably 3 things you know about me. I talk to myself all the time, and she never stops. I am captain of the Hell Gondola, and I always have a cup of tea in my hand. This is to the point where some of you have sent me mugs. I make my own weird merch mugs, and I have accumulated a chaotic looking collection in my cupboard. Yes, I keep adding to it despite the fact that I have no room, and no, I'm not sorry. Now, of course, at this point, given that my body is probably more tea than water, I did what any logical person would do. I started my own tea company. And it's called Lion's Tea Exchange, and I worked very hard on it, so be nice. So on a serious note, Lion's Tea Exchange is something that I've been working on for probably maybe almost a year at this point, and there is a lot to tell you. So I kicked this off for a few reasons, and I guess firstly, the biggest one, is that this is my way of taking my tea obsession and sharing it with you. I know that there are lots of people who are trying to move away from coffee and other kinds of carbonated drinks and whatnot, and I totally get that. And I thought to myself, if I'm over here drinking tea by the bucket, then surely I'm not alone in that. And if that's the case, I know I can produce something that's considerably higher quality, way better than what you would buy in the supermarket. And so that's what I did. So I'm kicking things off with 5 flavors plus a sample selection box. I have raspberry elderflower rosé, and this is what the tea leaves look like. Very nice. Lemon ginseng, also very nice. So I realized there's no cute way to film tea leaves. Sorry. I also offer Earl Grey, which is my personal favorite, New York Breakfast, and Emerald Green. The sample box is a collection of the 5 in case you want to try them all. A really cool thing that I will add here is that I actually work with a master blender, which I think is what they're called. I'm not sure. Which basically means that I have the freedom and the ability to make basically any kind of blend that I want or that you want. Within reason, obviously. Which is really neat. So if a bunch of you are like, Sydney, we want a tea that balances mood and tastes like flowers, I can probably make that happen. I think. Maybe. I'd probably have to ask. The point is, I have the ability to make all sorts of different concoctions and mix things together and create different flavor profiles and whatnot, which I think is just really, really cool. And that brings me to another reason why I wanted to do this, which is based on the blending capabilities that I have, I wanted to make a series of functional teas. So for example, lemon ginseng, ginseng being the functional part of the tea, this is something that I can add, that I have the ability to add to help with sleep or mood or hormones or whatever. Obviously, I tried to include in this launch some normal teas with which you're familiar, but the specialty teas all have a functional element. Elderflower, ginseng, green tea. I guess you could say I've moved into the health conscious phase of my life, and as this company grows, I'll be able to put a greater emphasis on this component for all of you. I'm going to save your insides. Or something. That sounded incredibly weird. Lastly, and this point is really, really important to me, I wanted to produce something that I know is great, that I personally have been involved in every step of the way. And just for some personal context on this, when I was doing my merch drops in the past, particularly around Christmas time, I was very bothered by the way that the product would arrive to you guys, and also to me. But I had very little control over that and over that process, and it is something that really stuck in my guts and continues to bother me even now, which is why I haven't done another merch drop in a while, which is why I haven't done it for Christmas this year. But with Lion's Tea Exchange, I didn't want that to be the case. I didn't want it to be this slapdash thing that you just ordered that you think I don't care about, because I do. I care about what you're receiving. I care about what I'm putting out into the world. And that's why we put so much effort and thought into the actual product packaging. This bad boy, the shipper boxes, I put a ton of effort into. I really wanted them to be just nice feeling, just such a nice experience, and I think we really, really achieved that. Because my whole sentiment here is I'm a consumer, I buy things too, and when you see this on your porch or on your veranda or in your mailbox or wherever you get your mail, and you see that you have a Lion's Tea Exchange box waiting for you, I want this to be a little vacation for your soul where you take it inside and you're excited to open it up and you love even just the shipper. You're like, wow, this is so cool looking. And then you get to make this cup of tea that you've been looking forward to having, and it's just this little moment that you just you get for yourself. And I think we get so few of them with how psycho society is these days. Everything about this experience is designed to serve that purpose. It's designed to make you feel some type of way. And again, maybe that's a little too sort of out of the box for some of you, and that's okay, I get it. But that's what I had in mind while I was going into this, is what can I do for my people to make sure that this is one shopping experience that actually it's really cool. The other thing in conjunction with that is when I have sponsors on this channel, I really put a lot of thought into who's going to resonate with you guys. I reject people all the time because I say, I just don't think it's a good fit, or this is probably not going to be of value to my audience. And then when I do decide to work with somebody, I really try to do my due diligence and to find out that this is a good, reputable company that I can say, yep, I really like their products. I try everything, that I try every brand that sponsors me, to make sure that what I'm telling you about is a good quality product. But I have had a situation where one sponsor slipped through the cracks. I didn't do my job properly, and I'm still really bothered by that. So in a way, when someone sponsors your channel and you're telling your audience about them, you are taking a leap of faith that they are being truthful about who they are and what they've produced. But with my own product, I know it's good because I sourced it, because I had a hand and a finger and all my fingers in every single part of the process. So when I say, guys, hey, this video is sponsored by Lions Tea Exchange, my own brand, I know that what I'm putting out into the world is good stuff. It's not just some junk that some random company on the internet made for me. It's a thing that I legitimately made and sourced and funded myself. And it means that when something goes wrong or there's an issue or, you know, whatever, I actually have some control over it. And that's just a really cool feeling. So yeah, I didn't want this to become some long drawn out video, so I'll wrap quite soon. But I do want to say, and I know I've said this previously, I'm so grateful to be able to do things like this. This project is 100% Sydney funded. I've put a lot of money into getting this off the ground because I care and because I want this to be successful, and because, like I said, I want you guys to have such a meaningful customer experience, that, you know, you trust me enough to keep purchasing from me. Or, you know, it's a gift to yourself. It's a thing where you go, ooh, yeah, I'm gonna buy the lemon ginseng this month because I feel like gifting myself something neat. This is just a cool opportunity for me. I'm really grateful for you guys for always supporting me and being along for this weird ride that we're on. I couldn't do any of this without this community support. And I'm just eternally grateful. So on that note, go and check out the Lions Tea Exchange website. I will link it in the description box. Go and click around, go and have a look at the flavors that we have. I promise you all of them are really, really, really good. I have a feeling that the raspberry elderflower rosé is gonna be a big hit with some of you who like those kind of fruity kind of flavors. It smells really good. Like I have to say that. It smells and tastes really good. The Earl Grey is definitely my favorite, but that's also just because that's more or less exclusively what I drink. Go and check it out. It means the world to me, even if you just go to the website. That's so cool. And yeah, thank you again, genuinely, for all of the support and love that you guys have shown me as a community. I know sometimes we don't always see eye to eye, especially with, you know, some social issues and whatnot, but I think it's cool you're here. And I think it's cool that because of you, I have the ability to do things like this. So go and check it out. Tell me what you think, and I will see you guys in the next video.